Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another NNSCRA gaming live stream. Today we're doing Disney Speedstorm. And I know that the season's been out for probably about a week now, and I didn't put a stream out about it. I normally do that at the beginning of these seasons. The big reason was I hadn't yet been able to buy the Golden Pass. So to that end, since I was able to get it today, we're doing a stream of it today. So we just got the Golden Pass. We had done some stuff before I got the Golden Pass, so because of that we got some levels, and we were able to unlock the Evil Emperor Zurg. 3 new characters that are going to be during the course of this 2-part season, if you will. Where the heck are they at? Must have passed right by him and didn't realize it. There they are. So we got Evil Emperor Zurg. That's going to be the character here in the Golden Pass for this season. Next season will be Lotso. And Forky, a common racer, surprisingly enough, is the racer that they currently are having that's kind of locked behind the paywall in terms of the final node. Which really surprises me because you got 2 common racers and then you have a rare racer. And I would have thought you'd maybe put Lotso behind the paywall and have the common racers there, but no, apparently not. Apparently Forky is the one that they're putting behind the paywall, and I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. But yeah, we're expanding the Toy Story collection here for this season. Coming off last season where we were also doing an there's the Big Hero 6. So we were able to, with Big Hero 6, get everybody at least up to 3-star. Close to 4-star for Hero and Baymax. And then Honey Lemon, we still, as you can see, we have a lot of multiplayer that we can do, so we can definitely get all these characters, specifically these 2, up to 4-star. Honey Lemon might take a little bit more time, but the main goal every time is to at least get the characters to 3-star, if not at least close to the vicinity of 4-star, to be able to then get them there through multiplayer ranking. So I think we did pretty good on those 3 characters. I gotta be honest, I didn't spend nearly as much time last season on grinding and stuff that I normally do, and I have the feeling that it's gonna be pretty much kind of the same this season. You know, just enough leveling up for these different characters to get what I need. The mid-season character, it's going to be interesting because it's Chip and Dale. So Chip is the mid-season character this time, and I'm guessing Dale will be the mid-season character next time. What's interesting about these 2, the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, and I'm not complaining. I mean, I love Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. That was an incredible show growing up. What's interesting, though, is Chip and Dale are actually crew members as well here in Disney Speedstorm. So to have crew members and racers for the characters is quite interesting. I believe that these are supposed to be based off of the movie where they had the animation and then the live action merged together, kind of a similar thing to like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. They did really good with the animations of these 2 characters for that. I get it. I mean, you're doing a racer, you want to make them look a little bit more 3-dimensional rather than the 2-dimensional old Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers was. So I kind of get that, but I would, nostalgia-wise, I would have been okay with them doing the 2-dimensional characters, but I get it. You're doing a 3-dimensional characters in the game as racers, so it makes perfect sense. So, yeah, last season we weren't able to get Cinderella. We only got 1 shard out of her because you had to have, who was it? There was somebody you had to have, was it Aurora? I think it was Aurora that you had to have unlocked to be able to do it, and we had her at 9 of 10. We weren't able to unlock her, which I've said this before. That kind of was my fault because I think it was Maleficent. We could have done something with her if we had her at 3-star to be able to get that final shard for Aurora, and I was lackadaisical in getting the racer boost done with Maleficent to get her to said 3 stars. I got her to 3 stars. I think it was 2 days after the event was over for Aurora, so I could have easily unlocked Aurora if I had been a little bit more diligent and paid a little bit more attention. I didn't do that, so wasn't able to unlock Aurora. Subsequently, didn't have a ghost of a shot of unlocking Cinderella. So Cinderella's sitting there at 1 of 10, which means that more than likely you're going to need Cinderella to be able to do something here with Chip, and so we're probably not going to get Chip as well. But it is what it is. We just kind of wait for the events later on to take place and everything. We've been able to eventually unlock Evie, even though she took a long time to unlock. Who was the other one that we waited a long time on? I think it was Miss Piggy, I think. And did we finally unlock Miss Piggy? I can't actually remember. Is Miss Piggy another one that we haven't gotten yet? I thought we unlocked Miss Piggy. I could be wrong. Yeah, we did. Yeah. So we had to wait a long time for her. We had to wait a long time for Evie. But we're slowly but surely unlocking all the different characters. So we'll eventually get an Aurora thing where we can get that one shard. Eventually they'll come up with something else for Cinderella, but it probably will be quite a while since she's a mid-season character. Wasn't the lack of Aurora that hurt you? Only had 7 shards available for Cinderella Toll. That's true too. Yeah, you had to purchase those stupid boxes in order to be able to get those other 3 shards. So, if we take a look at the world map, I know that Nick kind of gave us a little bit of a idea of what to expect here as we try and unlock Forky. I don't think we're going to have that much of an issue getting the 10 Forky shards. The rest of it, probably not going to be able to do. So this is the path that we have to go to be able to get the 10 Forky shards to unlock the said character. Mickey and Friends level 30, no problem. Hercules level 31, no problem. Emperor Zurg 32. So the thing is, we could either do this, we could go to the Emperor Zurg 32, you know, get the shards necessary for him and everything, get him up to a 3-star. But I actually noticed there was another way we can go. We can actually go the Jungle Book level 31. We can do Angel at level 32. And then, when we get to here, we need 43 medals, which we can probably get within the first 2 chapters. And then, it branches us off down to here for Gaston. Now, for Gaston, it's level 33. We do have Gaston, I think it's at level 30 or something, and I do believe I have shards for him still. So this would be an easy upgrade, since we're currently at over 200,000 upgrade coins. We got Sergeant Calhoun here as well. If we didn't want to go the Gaston route, we could go to Sergeant Calhoun at level 33 and then jump down here. Problem is, we got Kermit the Frog. So, there's the mini shards there. This at least will get us some Kermit shards there, which we would need. But, yeah, the mini shards are kind of blocked back there. Alright, so then, we would go to Sergeant Calhoun. Got Discuss and Jafar shards there. We don't really need the Discuss shards, but the Jafar shards we can use. Go up here. Goofy at level 34. We got that. Jafar at level 35. I don't remember where we have Jafar at. We're going to have to look and see. We got to remember that. Remember Jafar at level 35. See where we have him at. I don't even know if he's at 3-star yet for us. Ariel and Discuss, doesn't matter which one we do. We've got them both high enough level. Jumbo shards, we don't really need them. Dash shards, we don't really need them, but they're there. Woody shards, we don't need. We're maxed out on him. I think we're maxed out as well on Dr. Finkelstein. So these are just the upgrade coins, really, that we're needing for those. Buzz Lightyear level 37. Alright, so we gotta remember Jafar 35, Lightyear 37. Mystery Race there. And then I believe the Forky shards go down to here. So, Dr. Finkelstein, we're good. Dash, we're good. Sergeant Calhoun, we're good. Woody level 38. I don't remember what we got Woody at. Alright, so we got Jafar 35, Lightyear 37, Woody 38. Gotta remember those. And then there's the Forky shards. So before I forget, let's go back and see what we've got. Do we even have the shards to upgrade those characters to said levels? Let's check with Jafar first. Jafar needs to be level 35. Oop. Okay, we can do that. We've got that easy. Alright, not a problem there. Woody, or I'm sorry, Buzz Lightyear needs to be level 37. Okay, easy. We just need another level out of him to, or another level's worth of shards to get him to 37. Easily can do that. Woody needed to be at, what was it, 39? Easy. We could do that as well. Okay, so those aren't going to be difficult. Now let's see what they had in the path there for the, getting all the extra stuff. Because I'm pretty sure we get locked out with a character there at some point. Alright, so if we go up this way, Jumbo we've got. Minnie Mouse level 40. That's the one. That's the one. I remember there was one that was going to be like, nope, not a chance. Level 40, Minnie Mouse, yeah, that's not going to happen. I don't think we have Minnie at 3-star yet, which is tough because there's some Oswald shards there that we could use. Mrs. Incredible, easily got that. Angel, we've got that. Chip level 30, so what does that block? Kermit and Oswald shards as well. Dang. Yeah, I'm doubting we're going to be able to unlock Chip. I fully expect them to put a lot of emphasis on the either maybe Forky, but I think they're going to put a lot of emphasis on Cinderella since she was the last mid-season character. Like, if you didn't get her, then guess what? You're out of luck. Kermit the Frog level 44. That's not going to happen. We are going to get potentially some Kermit shards along the way here, so, you know, I don't know where we'd get him to, but I doubt we'll get him to 4-star. Oswald at level 45. I don't know where we're at on Oswald. I know we've got quite a number of shards of his, but I don't know where we're at in terms of how high we can upgrade him. Buzz Lightyear level 40, that won't be an issue. Emperor Zurg, obviously, you have to do some grind with it. And then there's 50 Forky shards, and then there's just the Rexy avatar. But 50 Forky shards, those are huge. And you need a 4-star Emperor Zurg to be able to do that. So, who was the one I wanted to check on there? Oswald, that's who I wanted to check on. So we need at least a 4-star. What was it, level 45 Oswald? I don't think we're close on that, but let me check. Maybe I'll surprise myself. Yeah, no. Ah, why are we flipping here? Get on the... there we go. Yeah, he's at level 23. We've got enough where we could get him to 3-star, I think. What, level 31, 32, I think is what those shards would equate out to. So we can get him to 3-star, but that's all we could do. So, pretty much, those 50 Forky shards are out of the question. It's extremely unlikely that we're going to, in the next 21 days, get enough to be able to do that. And to be honest with you, when I see something like that, where it's completely out of possibility, I don't even bother wasting the upgrade coins, getting the different characters upgraded to get to that point. What I will do is the ones that are obtainable, the things that are obtainable, I will upgrade the different characters for. So, you know, like for instance, let's see, like how far would I be willing to go? For there's Jafar, obviously we could do Disgust. We could do Jumba. We'll have to see about Minnie Mouse. I don't know. I don't think there's any chance of us doing that, which is... Where's the Kermit shards? Are they over here still? Yeah, there they are. That figures. They're past the Minnie Mouse one. So too is the Oswald. Yeah, they don't have the Kermit shards anywhere closer here. Oh, there's some right there. What did we need to be able to get that one? Gaston at level 33. I must have Gaston close to 33. I somehow ended up getting quite a number of Gaston shards and doing a bunch of stuff with him. I must have him close to 33 here. Well, I can get him to 33. Easily. Okay. So that's good to know. Or can I? Yeah. No, I can. I can. Get him to around the mid-30s. Maybe the early 30s. Okay, so yeah, we can definitely get Gaston up there. So that'll get us those Kermit shards at least. Where's Kermit currently at? Is he even a 3-star? Not quite. Not quite a 3-star. We're actually working on him in the Racer Boost. I can't do him today because I did him yesterday. But we're getting him to a 3-star here, at least with the Racer Boost. So that's at least good. Right. So in terms of these here as well, Curiosity killed the cat. This is for Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. And pretty much it's Lilo and Stitch and Forky. We obviously don't have Forky, so you can't get those 50 points. Lilo and Stitch we could do. We have quite a number of characters that we haven't grinded with. The problem is, though, it's the question of, do I really care about the rewards? And as I look at them, not really. I mean, there's some crew shards there, but Finkelstein we're maxed out on. Sally, I think we're at 4-star on. Jack Skellington is maxed out. Like, all this stuff, you know, the epic racers, yeah, but I did a lot of grinding back when the Nightmare Before Christmas season was going on. So it's not like we're absolutely hurting and need to get these shards and everything. So it's kind of like, probably not going to put a whole lot of heck of effort into that. Pretty cool here with the Supercharged Racer Boost. We are 2 days away from getting the second Supercharge for Elizabeth Swann. So I'm pretty excited about that. Maybe we'll start doing another character here, get them up to a 5-star. I'm not sure. We do have the upgrade coins for it, and since we're not going to be doing a whole lot of upgrading for that final node, maybe we'll do somebody here. I don't know who we would necessarily do, though. Maybe Meg, because we've got a defender here. Maybe to get a good trickster. I know Hans is supposed to be really, really good, but he's, to me, a little bit more of a clunky racer. But he is in the brawler category as well. That's a lot of upgrade coins we'd have to do, though, with him being at 33. Meg, we wouldn't have to do as much being at 44. We'd only have to go up 6 levels. I don't know. I mean, Kristoff's a 5-star already. But we already are working on a defender. And obviously Elizabeth Swan is definitely my favorite out of all these. Maxed out on some of those crew shards too, in addition to Finkelstein. Yeah, Finkelstein and Jack for me are maxed out. I don't think I'm maxed out on Sally, but I haven't really gotten a whole lot of shards for Sally lately to know. Yeah, I'm not quite maxed out on Sally, but she's at 4-star. Oogie Boogie's maxed out as well. So all these are maxed out right here. I think Jack's maxed out. No, he's actually not. He's close to it though. They're all 4-star, so it's like if they're 4-star, I honestly don't really care to get the extra shards. At least not right at the moment. It's not absolutely urgent. I'm not one of those people that is I absolutely have to max out these characters. If you're at 4-star, you're usually in good shape for a lot of the events. Speaking of the events, what we got here? Alright, so this is Buzz Lightyear, Sergeant Calhoun. Yeah, this is for Buzz Lightyear stuff, which we can use the Buzz shard, so that's actually good. See what we have to do for Racer Boost. We've been working on some characters here in Racer Boost, just trying to get everybody that we possibly can up to 3 stars. Figment we got up there with the Racer Boost. Steamboat Mickey we still have to do some work on. We could probably start working on Eve a little bit more now that we have her unlocked. Miss Piggy we have to work on as well. As you can see, Kermit's already been completed. Snow White's already been completed. Trying to get her up at least a 2-star. And then Maui we got to work on as well. So we got Evil Queen. There's a lot of them we have to kind of work on here. And granted too, with Maui, Evil Queen, Snow White, we've done hardly anything with multiplayer ranking for them. So we can continue to get shards for them as well. Ennui, another one. Miss Piggy, we've done nothing hardly in multiplayer with these characters. So at some point, gotta set aside time for a grind session, get these characters done and everything. But yeah, that's currently where we're at. Let's see, who would be important to the season right now to make sure that they start getting some upgraded here. Really nobody. Well, I guess Minnie Mouse. Screw it. We're not gonna be able to get her to 4-star anyway, but we'll do Minnie Mouse at least for the Racer Boost here. But yeah, that's basically the situation right now, is the fact that we can get the 10 Forky shards. It's kind of similar to what we did last season, where we ended up getting the 10 Honey Lemon shards in the 2 seasons, and we're just kind of building off of that. Not a ghost of a chance last season either of us being able to get the 50 Honey Lemon shards. I don't remember what the character was that walled us out with that one. It might have actually been... I don't remember if it was just Aurora. I thought there was another character, but since we didn't unlock Sleeping Beauty, as I jump off the grind rail to my death, I think it... I know Aurora was one of them, but I don't remember if there was any others. It's kind of weird. I don't know if it's just the seasons that have come out here or something, but or if it's just the fact that I kind of look at it and I'm like, this is what I'm able to do. There's not much sense of putting a whole lot of grind into it because I know that a lot of stuff is behind a paywall. I won't say my interest, but my dedication to Disney Speedstorm has definitely wavered in the last couple of months. I've kind of done a lot more different stuff, prioritized a lot more stuff over Speedstorm, and there was a point where that wasn't going to be the case. It was like every night I was doing Speedstorm, every morning I was doing Speedstorm, but now doing a bunch of other new stuff here, live streaming a bunch of other games. Obviously, you know, there's some nights that I can't do anything because I'm broadcasting, but on those free nights that I have, I'm doing other things. And yeah, it's almost like Disney Speedstorm has taken a bit of a back seat here. You know, I still get the golden pass, I still get the characters that I'm able to get, all that kind of stuff, but I don't put in the grind. I don't put in the time for the grind anymore that I used to. And more upgrade coins, we'll take those. Slowly starting to build up our regular currency as well. We had just under 1 million last time, and I think we ended up having like 400 Speedstorm coins as a conversion for this season, so we're at 818. So, you know, maybe we'll end up utilizing them at some point. They'll probably end up having where you have to buy a box or two to get the Chip and Dale shards again, which we won't bother doing if you have to have Cinderella to be able to get some of those shards for it. Yeah, I mean, I remember, Charles, you and I, it was constant. We were constantly on this thing, but now that they put all this stuff behind paywalls and everything, at least they made it somewhat attainable back in the day to be able to get some things. Nowadays, it's, I don't know. They gave us that whole thing of like, we're sorry, here you go, here's a little bit something else, make it a little bit easier for you. We're still gonna put some stuff behind a paywall, but at least for the free-to-play players, we give you at least a little bit of an opportunity here, and now that opportunity is completely gone. I mean, as you said, when we ended up having only 7 total shards available for Cinderella last season, like, are you kidding me? There's no way for the free-to-play player to in any way be able to obtain 10 shards. It used to be you'd have to grind a character, but you could get the 10 shards necessary to be able to unlock a mid-season character. But then last season it was like, nope. Doing enough to max out the golden pass, but beyond that, that's it if I get to it. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm exactly the same way. I'll be honest with you, even when I end up getting the golden pass maxed out, I'll maybe do enough missions to get 2 or 3 more extra season tokens to be able to, you know, whatever the, you know, the racer that's locked behind the final node, in the case last season, Honey Lemon, to be able to get maybe a couple more shards for that particular character in their box. But outside of that, I don't do all the missions to make sure that I have all that maxed out and everything. I'm the same way. It's kind of gotten to the point now where it used to be you went above and beyond to get everything done to try and get all the rewards, and now you just kind of look at it and you say, okay, this is what I know I can get, and once I get it, that's it. And I think that's a big reason why back during the season where they had Aurora as the mid-season character, I think that was another big reason why I was a little lackadaisical in not getting Maleficent to 3-star. It was like, okay, well, I'm not going to be getting on Speedstorm really today. I'll get my rewards. There's not really much for me to do, and I would not think about the fact that I could be doing the racer boost. And I think that played a huge part into it, is the fact of knowing what the limits are. Once you reach those limits, then what's the point of going any further, you know, trying to put the effort in to go any further past it. So I'm going to be shocked if that mentality changes going forward. I feel like Gameloft gave us that kind of false sense of hope of, hey, things are changing now, and now they've slowly, gradually worked their way back into where they used to be, and maybe even taken a step further in the wrong direction. So, I don't know. I've noticed that as of late, a couple of people that I normally would watch do tutorials or explanations or, you know, spoilers of what was coming up in the season or anything, they've stopped doing videos on Disney Speedstorm. I feel like the interest is starting to wane on a number of different fronts. I would love to see what the statistics are of the people that are playing Speedstorm now as opposed to playing Speedstorm even up to 4 or 5 months ago. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I just noticed here too, you have Hortensia shards in here that we can get, and then also JP Whiskers for Oswald, which I don't believe we've unlocked his epic crew shards. That'll be good. That'll be nice. But yeah, yeah, not much going on here for the special events. Andy's Cup. I get it for the new players, this type of a thing, but I'm not really sure what good the multiplayer coins are anymore. We have, I don't know how many multiplayer coins, and I really can't spend them on much of anything. Oh, that's not what I wanted. What do we have for multiplayer coins? Got 11,000. But there's nothing really in the shop that you can purchase them on, and I think the only other thing you can purchase them on is racer animations, which some of them have them, some of them don't. Let's see. Yeah, under suits. Yes. So right there, we can unlock that racer animation. Yeah, I don't know. I guess aside from the racer animations, there's really not much point there. And there was Chippendale. Look at that. There they are. Racers and crew shards now. I wonder if that means going forward, if we're going to have any other crew shards end up being racers here. I can't remember if they said after Toy Story what the next season was going to be. I felt like somebody gave some leaks about it, but maybe not. What would be another franchise they should expand? I doubt they would expand Mulan. They've already done it for Pirates. They can't really do it for Hercules. There's not many other characters out there. Beauty and the Beast, you really can't do it for. Jungle Book, I don't think you really do it for. Monsters Inc. Probably not. Lilo and Stitch, I don't think you could. Oh wait, actually, if I'm not mistaken, aren't they supposed to be having Zootopia come out end of the year? Because of the Zootopia 2. I think there's going to be a collection for Zootopia coming out. Much to do for the Andy Cup. Yeah. Not really. Not unless you're trying to get the multiplayer coins to unlock animations, which I don't really care about that. I'm looking through here. There's not much other franchises that I'm seeing that they can really expand on. Maybe the Muppets, but these are mid-season characters. I don't know, would they make a full season for Muppets? I mean, after all, the Muppets are taking over Rock and Roller Coaster at Disney World, at Hollywood Studios. Maybe you do a Sleeping Beauty one. I mean, maybe Cruella de Vil and 101 Dalmatians. I don't know. What do they have even for crew shards here for this? I don't even remember. They got Horace and Raja. I mean, maybe you could do Roger and I can't remember her name. Maybe you could do Pongo and I can't remember the girl dog's name. Pongo and something. Maybe. I don't know. Kind of weird watching a dog drive a car though, I guess. You gotta have Flynn Rider for this. Flynn Rider and Mother Gothel. Eventually. I don't know if there's much you can do with Maui and Moana. I think they're pretty much stuck where they're at. Snow White's pretty much stuck where they're at. I mean, Big Hero 6, you could definitely get some more characters for this one. I was surprised they stopped at just 3, if I'm being perfectly honest. Cinderella doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of characters that you could really put in. You could maybe put in Prince Charming, but that's about it. So, I don't know. I don't know what franchises you would expand, but I think I remember hearing that they said Zootopia was coming out end of the year because of Zootopia 2, which I'm looking forward to that. That potentially may be the first season where I'm really going to put in the work to try and get all the characters, since it's a franchise I'm interested in. Toy Story, it's, take it or leave it. Big Hero 6, up until about a couple months ago, I'd never actually seen Big Hero 6. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. I wish I had watched it sooner. But up until that point, I really hadn't put a whole lot of the work in getting those characters and everything because I didn't know anything really hardly about the franchise. So, yeah, we'll see. When Zootopia comes out, maybe I'll my interest will be piqued again, and I'll be putting in the work to try and get characters and everything. But just thought I would do this little live stream, give a little bit of an update of what's going on, what our situation is. I don't know if there's going to be a future live stream here for Disney Speedstorm. If if we'll end up doing some stuff, trying to put some work in, grinding some characters or whatnot here in the future. But just letting everybody know what the situation currently is on this end. We are still doing Disney Speedstorm. We're just not live streaming it as much because there's not a whole heck of a lot to live stream outside of getting on each day, doing the daily stuff, and that's it. So, maybe we'll end up getting where I get the racers upgraded enough, and we'll do a live stream where we go and unlock the Forky character or something. Maybe that's what we'll do. But thanks everybody for tuning into this live stream. It's a short one. It's just basically an update video. Yeah, we'll see what happens here this season. We'll wait and see when that mid-season character event drops for Chip. Maybe that'll be something we'll live stream if it is at least obtainable, or I'll come on here and I'll rant about them choosing a different character to unlock that there's no way we're able to do it. So it'll be one or the other. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time. We got Fortnite Friday coming back up tomorrow. I know we didn't have Fortnite Friday last week. We were doing Split Fiction, myself and Anthony, and that was an incredible game. If you want to watch that, we've got 3 different streams going on there. 3 different episodes, I should say, where we were live streaming. You can check that on out, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for Fortnite.